Opening sequences are designed to introduce the audience to the characters and the plot. Despite my opening having an element of ambiguity and not being as clear as others, I feel that it successfully sets up the film as a whole and introduces the kind of thing that the audience should be expecting. I tried to create titles that were conventional of the social realism genre, as that is the style of film I was creating. I took inspiration from the film Kidulthood, as they display the film title in a white font on a plain black background, and this is a highly acclaimed social realism film. Additionally, I included the two main actresses' names over the action to provide an unexpected variation and also add an element of conventional content, as this technique is employed in films Trainspotting and This Is England. I feel that using both techniques gives me the best of both worlds. The locations I selected, the toilet and the street, for instance, are typical of the genre, as they are normal, everyday places and represent the harshness of modern-day Britain. They allow the audience to gain a perspective of this person's life and understand what kind of film it will be. The font on the titles was left simple as to not detract from the action. I realised that my original plan was too extravagant and not practical, so the action was simplified and made for a better opening sequence because of this. The main prop used was the money during the scene in the toilet, and costumes were kept simple and typical of a teenager. A hooded jacket and jeans, similar to the main character in Fish Tank. I included the enigma code of Jules waking up at the end to entice viewers to want to continue watching and leave them curious at how her life unfolds. I decided against using sound for the very beginning and then created a dubstep style track to accompany the majority of the opening, something included in films such as Kidulthood and Adulthood. The storyline as a whole basically describes Jules' struggle to rebuild her life after she is stabbed and left for dead. She attempts to get her life on the right path, however escaping the gang culture that she is so used to is not easy. A whole course of obstacles, old gang members, drugs and love stand in the way of Jules and her new existence throughout the movie. This sort of life change is not unlike Trife in Kidulthood, who eventually decides that he wants to change for the better. The title of my film, The Other Side, is yet another enigma code, designed to intrigue the viewer. It is rather vague and ambiguous, with a list of potential meanings, a reason why it would be interesting to audience members. The real meaning is that the film explores Jules experiencing a new life away from gang culture, on the other side of life.